Well, welcome back to the TNEC cast. We on episode 26. It's your boy Shuff with your man, the Weapon K. First and foremost, we want to apologize. We missed last week. I got caught up in some travel issues coming back from Chicago. So, I saw with K was like, hey, let's just, at the end of the day, life is more important. So we just want to make sure we got everything handled, and we knew we'd be right back to you guys. So, hope that you missed us. And talking about missing us, like, comment, subscribe. We're slowly seeing that uptick in the subscribe. So please, make sure that you're subscribing. So I kind of know the answer to the question, but Kay, how you feeling?
I am chilling. Yo, we are within 2 weeks for Show of Champions, and then we are 3 weeks out from North Americans with the
Oh,
big
damn, I
draft
almost
day.
forgot about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be draft day, man. So I'm gonna come back. I
I
also
almost
move next week, so y'all gonna see a different background next week. That's why you guys see the boxes over there chilling. But how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Coming off of a third place in Chicago, a little disappointed, but the big thing is something that we always talk about: get better. And then so I got better again. Put a fucking phenomenal package up there. But at the end of the day, that's all you can control. You can't control what the judges see, say, or think. So you put a stellar pack. We put a stellar package up there. Went the way it went. Is what it is. But feeling really good about Legacy, another strong ass lineup. So that's one of the things we want to talk about. One of those things where where the team will be in two places. So we'll be in Houston for Legacy. Myself and KP will be doing that. So she'll be doing Pro Beach Body. I'll be doing Pro Beach. We'll both be doing Pro Beach Body. Men's and women's. And then the Weapon K. He'll be chasing greatness in Austin at the Show of Champions, going for another. I'll drop a little hint, going for two more rings. You know what I'm saying, to add to the trophy case.
Mm-hmm.
The personal slash team trophy case. You know what I mean. So we have those things going on. So that's why I was joking with Kay. He finally has prep face. You can see it.
Oh yeah.
Seeing it and everything. And then we have our posing clinic coming up here in Dallas on Saturday. So when you guys see me, 5 days from when we launch the episode. But really excited about that. We didn't get to advertise the way we normally would, just because of some background admin things. But once we were able to get it go, because we wanted to add a judging component. But that doesn't mean, hey, if you're interested in judging, please reach out, by the way. Just want to put that out there. But so we're going to have another posing clinic here in Dallas. Right now we have about 20 people coming to it, which I was kind of shocked at, and we got, different states representing too. So that's pretty cool. So, we're going to have that. And then like Kay said, then we have, he has North American. September is going to be, actually, for me personally, I get to be more coach businessman role, because I'm not competing in September. So now I get to make sure everybody's doing what they got to do. So we have a lot going on in September as well, and so it's just a lot of competition. So speaking of competition, today we're going to talk about competing in life. So you know how one of the things we always like to do, we like to tackle it from multiple angles, because even though Kay and I, we kind of think similar. Me being the big bro, I got the wisdom experience.
Yep.
So there's certain little things. So even though we think very similar, I kind of put by a little different. We put just different spins on it. And so Kay, because this was a topic. When we talk, Kay, this was a topic that you was like, hey, let's talk about this. So Kay, let's talk about competing in life.
Easy. So I'm gonna start off with a story. Right. Story time with Coop. So I'm having a conversation with someone that's close to me, and we're talking about direction. Where are they going? Let's pause for a second. I want everyone to ask themselves, where are they going? Where am I going in this life? What's my end game? You found it? Cool. Write it down somewhere. Moving on with the story, I've asked this person, hey, where are you going for the past 4 years ish? And it's always like, I don't know. 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 Okay, let's figure it out. Ask questions. Ask questions. They come up with an answer. And then it's a new one. And then it's a new one. It's a new one. So that's fine, for, us 20-year-olds, to change direction. But there has to be some type of principle and some type of value that stays the same. Right? And this last time, I had my emotions or my passion get the best of me because I came to this realization, like, this is a competition. Life is a competition. This entire thing is a competition. I think about my wife. And especially in this day and age, it's not like the 60s, 70s where we don't have social media and there's not constantly people hitting up your significant others saying, hey, how you doing? Liking their photos, da-da-da-da-da. So I have to be mindful of that. Like, yo, I have to be competitive still in this. I'm married. I have married my wife, but there is still competition out there that can take my wife away from me. And I wake up and operate as such. I cannot afford to slack off today because guess what? Some random Indian dude on Instagram, hey, you want to have a sugar daddy? Can take my wife, bro. Can take my wife. I'm going to be a father. This might hit a little home to some people, or they might resonate because I resonate with this. I'm going to be a father. Once my son or daughter turns 18, they don't have to talk to me no more. They can be like, all right, catch you later, Coop. I'm competing for influence over their lives. I'm competing for that top spot to be like, yeah, I want to be like my dad. You have to be mindful of these things. Job interviews. When people say, hey, what are you bringing to the table? You can't look at them and say, I am the table. Who are you, dog? So I got some few questions for you guys. What skills are you adding to your resume on a day-to-day basis?
Drop that in the comments. Drop that in the comments.
And this isn't like to call you out. If it's truly nothing, this is just to bring awareness to it. Hey, here's a hole in our defense. What type of momentum are you creating on a daily basis? Because momentum is powerful. I haven't cheated, and I talked to my wife last night about this. I haven't cheated on my diet this prep. It's been 17 weeks. It's been 129 days or something like that. That's fucking crazy. And it's not even like I think about it anymore. The momentum is so stupid. It's like a snowball effect. A little snowball, and it builds up and builds up and builds up. And now it just fucking destroys everything in its path. Nothing can stop it. Even if, let's say I cheat today, it's already like I'm just going to hop back on the diet. This shit ain't new to me. It's not like 6 days from now I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm going to cheat on my diet, but I deserve it because I put in 6 days of work. Okay. One more, and this goes back to, actually, I'm gonna throw it to you because I like this question, and I feel like you're gonna like it as well. So go ahead. What you think?
So wait, are you gonna do another question or the same one you just asked?
So in terms of competition, it's just a different question, but I'll let you go ahead.
Wait, so ask me the question again. I was gonna make sure I answer it right.
So I got two for you.
Okay. Oh, so you answer both? Okay, I got you.
What skills are you adding to your resume on a day-to-day basis?
So if I'm being honest, which we are on here, I wouldn't say so I'll put it like this. To say I'm gonna add a new skill daily is tough. Mm-hmm. So I would say I'm sharpening my skills daily, and I'm trying to add a new skill as often as I possibly can. That's just that's just being a very real, honest answer. Mm-hmm. So my daily habits, my thing is I want to develop one person a day, somehow, some way, shape, or form, because thankfully what that we do, we touch a lot of people on a daily basis. So, for example, I know that I get to develop you somehow when we're in our prep, when we're talking before we do the show. I know there's something, whether it's from the bodybuilding side, the business side, the coach, something that I'm able to impart something to develop you. So every day I'm trying to develop somebody, because as a leader, as somebody that's trying to ascend levels, the more people I create and help, that's going to push me up.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the skill that I'm trying to develop is my development, my ability to develop people, to help sharpen their skills, because that's a skill in and of itself, to be able to do that. From a self-development standpoint, I would say keeping my emotions in check. That's been a struggle all my life. All my life, you know what I mean? And obviously you guys know I'm very passionate. You know what I'm saying? So keeping my emotions in check so that way I don't make any stupid or rash decisions. Because I've had a lot going on in the last, 2-3 weeks. And, it's been tough emotionally. And, but from daily, so that's where, like, we're talking about the daily side of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like with anything, it's like with addiction or just certain things with what we do in terms of, make sure you're staying, like, not cheating on your diet 129 days straight, which fucking great job, by the way. But, so working to keep my emotions in check on a, not even just a daily basis, then on an hourly basis, because I deal with so many different things. Like, look, we're adults in America, so we're always, dealing with different things, but I deal with a lot of things. So keeping my emotions in check is something that's vital to not just my success, but to the TNEC, like to our success. Because if I'm out here wilding out and just speaking too emotionally and acting emotionally, that impacts every single person on the team. You know what I mean? So that's the thing I would say I've been, working on, whether it be reading. I try to do little bits of meditation, being able to run again. Thank God my coach brought running back in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, even though I'm running fast, that's my time where it's like I don't have anybody bothering me. I want, I'm just out there running. It's just me and my music, and I'm just, just running. So that's what I probably say. So if there's something, I'm kind of glad I talked through it. So that's probably the thing I do daily in terms of like sharpening and everything like that. It's keeping my emotions in check. Now, it doesn't mean, changing who I am or, doing anything like that. It's just making sure that no matter what it is, good or bad, because that's what a lot of people think, on the emotional side, that you react to something negative. It could be something positive. Like, you win $1 billion, you want to tell the world you're so happy. Wrong. You're going to get robbed.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean? So it's just, keeping the emotions in check. And then what was question number 2?
Question number 2, what type of momentum are you creating?
So you're a part of that momentum, because everything that we've touched has just moved forward, so basically what it is my job to, because I always say you and I are each other's assistant coach. We talk about different, because of the trust and the love. That's a different level of, of a relationship. You know what I mean? And so, but with everybody else that's on the team and people outside of the team, it's like you want to, so like when what we put at shows, whether it's judging, sponsoring, expediting, go back to Super Show, shout out to Sunshine, real name Denisha. She held it down as the head expediter. You know what I mean? So that was like, and I'm not trying to take credit for her successes, but that's part of our team. She learns, I don't say all of it, because again, I don't want to take away from what she did, because it was dope, but it was from, things that we've talked about, and I saw her doing, I was like, this is dope. You know what I mean? Watching it, you know what I'm saying? From our conversations, about the things that we're doing business-wise, the ideas and the things that we're trying to do to move us forward. And then it's just all of us athletes, so me as an athlete, all of us traveling across the country, traveling across Texas, we got athletes, really everywhere, but just the fact that what the product that we put on stage makes more people want to be a part of us.
Ooh, yeah.
After every single show, the coach the coach requests go up, what I'm saying, and so many people want to be involved with us. So things that you and I have talked about, things I've talked about, other people on the team, how we want to evolve the sport. We want to push the sport forward. We want to be a part of that. We want to be synonymous with that. So the momentum that we're creating, is making sound business decisions that help not just TNEC, but who help whoever else we're doing business with, whether it be a promoter, an organization, whatever the case may be. Because every time we're involved, it always ends up working out. Excuse me. As athletes, the wins, the top fives, the pro cards, the this, the that, those things, that's again, the momentum, that we're creating from the coaching standpoint, all of us that we have our lifestyle wins, with the challenges, people losing all this weight, like, all these different things that we have going on, from that side, literally changing people's lives. Mm-hmm. And that's not, some little tag, that's, the real deal Holyfield. So that's like what I'm doing. Like, so like from my personal standpoint, I got my fingers in all of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about, I guess at the end of the day, I'm the engine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes back to step one, I got to keep the engine is everything. You in a car, the engine goes, none of the other shit matters. You see what I'm saying? So I got to stay on top of my emotions so that way I don't peter out, I don't burn out, I don't whatever. So that way we can keep this momentum going, because people have seen, forget the year over year growth, just what we've done, the last few months, you just see it. And there's more and more things that are, coming down the pipe. So from a momentum standpoint, and then it's competition. We're not the only team out there. We're not the only athletes out there. There could be, a really good athlete that their coach retires or whatever, and they say, hey, I need a coach. There needs to be a reason that they come to TNEC. There needs to be a reason that they say, I want to be a part of what you guys do. Because there's a ton of other teams out there, you know what I mean? Ton of other great teams. We're not the only great team out there. Mm-hmm. Kyrie's not the only great athlete. I'm not the only great coach. There's all these different options that people have. So when you have that somebody that is a upper level that really has their pick of the litter, you want them to come at least talk to you. You know what I mean? And then competition, same thing with lifestyle. We're competing to save people's lives. And people don't fully understand that, because there are a lot of people that have heart attacks in their 30s and 40s, and a lot of it comes from poor nutritional choices. They just eat like shit. They sit on the couch, and then they're just like, whatever, I'm still young. And then all of a sudden they're going to the doctor, and it's like, yo, you want hamburger away from being on medication. You want hamburger away from having a stroke or a heart attack. You're 42 years old. You're having open heart surgery. You know what I mean? And that's, somebody, or you've heard, you know what I mean? So when I say it like that, it's to make it real. So in terms of competition, we're competing to help save lives, because at the end of the day, whether it's with us or somebody else, we want somebody to do it. So even if the step is you start with us and it may not work out, that happens, but we want you to get that ball rolling. So then maybe you go to the next person. But that's, about the competition side of life, period. That's where we're competing. We're competing for the minds. We're competing for the hearts. We're competing for the souls, to keep people, our mission at the end of the day is to change the world through fitness. Bodybuilding gives us a nice platform. You know what I mean? The success there, the posts, the trophies, all that stuff gives us a nice platform. But at the end of the day, it comes down to us competing to help people, and there's, like I said, there's a lot of options out there. A lot of options, and we just want to be one of them. Because, and look, man, I always say this: the programs work. I don't have to stand, but it doesn't work for every single body, and that's okay. That is okay, because I firmly stand on. I'm not the coach for everybody. I may know my shit, but I'm not for everybody, and I don't want to be. That's what makes me special. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's the other thing, from a competition standpoint. Always remember, no matter what you're doing in life, your spot is never solidified.
Bingo.
Just like that whole thing, The Rock talks about. The Rock is one. I don't think he's the first one that said it, but he made it very. He's the one that really brought it to the forefront about dues paid. Success. Success is something that the rents do every day. I mean, it's true. But what I'm saying is, you got to remember, Kyrie wins his show. Okay, that's great. We high five, we hug, we happy, but now we gotta go to the next thing. You know what I mean? So you get ranked number one. You win whatever it is in life. You're the top salesperson for that month. Okay, now you gotta do it again
Yeah.
because you have to. How many months do you have to add up to be the top salesperson for the year?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? There's always somebody trying to knock you off. There's always somebody that's just as hungry as you are. That's why. That's how the message is: attack life. Don't let life attack you. Attack life. Understand that no matter what you're doing, there's always somebody nipping at your heels.
Yeah.
And then the higher up you go, the more people are nipping at you. You know what I mean? And then you have to take that as a privilege. You have to see that as honor.
You know what? I'm gonna have to disagree.
Uh-oh.
The higher you go, the less people nipping at you, but the more dangerous they are. So like you have little chihuahuas at the average level. You know, oh, I can do it better. No, 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 no. But once you get to the top, they're gonna, let's say they think the grass is greener on the other side. Reality sets in. They're gonna fuck it. I don't want it. But you have pit bulls up there, ready to rip your fucking face off. They are ready to have den on your face, bro.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to disagree with that because it's the pool is so much smaller, and this takes me to a Jordan Peterson quote where there are people climbing the mountain, and they're just people. Oh my bad, I'm messing up. There's people that want to be at the top of the mountain, and there's people that just want to not be at the bottom. I think back to Kobe, where he got to the NBA and realized that the competition ain't the same because people were just doing it for a paycheck. He was doing it to be the greatest of all time, period. And that's what I think about constantly. You can see it in your workplace. You know, when you show up tomorrow at work or whenever you're driving to work today, look around. Say like, okay, this guy, he just wants security. That chick over there in that cubicle, that's a bad dude. She really wants to own this business. And depending on where you are, you know, figure out where you are on your own map. Hey, am I doing this for a paycheck, or do I want to own this place?
Mm-hmm. Because to piggyback off of that, you know, because basically we're using life and sports, you know, as metaphors, you know, going back and forth. So, you know, you're trying out for the basketball team or whatever, you're trying out for the basketball team. You tell your mom and dad, Mom, buy me the LeBrons, buy me the Kobe's, buy me the Nike shorts, buy me the wristbands, you want me to fly one out there, but you haven't been working on your dribble. You haven't got up 500 shots. You haven't done all that stuff that other kid that's hungry isn't just saying that he wants it, but he's doing the shots. And then when he makes a team over you, you can't be mad because at the end of the day, where you are is a direct reflection of your habits.
Yeah.
So if you really want to get to a certain level, because I had this conversation earlier, if you didn't reach your level, guess what? Work harder. That's all that means. Work harder, because you're not, there's something that you're missing. Keep working. Work harder, you'll eventually get there. And that's, you know, talk about some, you know, Kobe showing up to the league. My man, these guys don't want to be great. They just want to collect his money. You know, there's a difference. Same thing, you in your workplace. You know, the people who aren't just, they want to be the best salesperson, and then they want to be the leader of the salespeople, and then they want to be the leader of the company, versus somebody's like, man, I know all I got to do is sell 50,000. I'm going to sell 50,000 and I'm done. That's all I care about. I just want to get that. So I know I'm not going to get fired.
Yeah. And
the choice is yours. But the thing is, you can't masquerade like somebody that wants to be great, because you'll be found out. Mm-hmm. You will be found out. You know, it's just going to show in your results. You know what I mean? Jordan didn't win every time. Kobe didn't win every time. LeBron, Tom Brady, all these greats, they didn't win every time, but they were prepared to win. They were there to win. And there's a big difference. You don't want to be that person that, we all see it. Oh yeah, I want to, you know, they talking, and then, but then there's the same one that you see them in their story, drinking margaritas, out partying, doing all this other stuff. Then you're like, And then those same people got the nerve to be upset when they don't get their result, because then you got the other people that are focusing solely on the work, and doing all the steps, the shit that you don't see. That's what shows up on stage. That's what shows up at the game. I mean, yeah, we have social media now, so now somebody firing up 100 shots. Of course, they're going to post it to their story or whatever. But hey, at least they're doing it. I'll give them that. At least they're doing it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, to come back to the point, of the competition standpoint of life. Where you are in life is I always say this, is a direct reflection of every decision you've ever made. Some good, some bad, but where we are standing today is all of a reflection of every decision we've ever made. Doesn't mean you're trapped, because you can start making better decisions. If you made a few bad ones, you can start making better ones. Mm-hmm. But that's where where you are. So in this competition of life, if you aren't where you are, work fucking harder. Be accountable and do the things. Find out. Talk to people that are where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I learned from sales, I always say, top down. Try to get in the office with the CEO of the company.
Yep.
Can't get to the CEO, get to the president. You can't get to the president. You won't get to somebody, but don't tell me that you want it so bad. And then I said, okay, what did you do? Well, I called today, and wait, so you're telling me, wait a second, your job is on the line. You got a family you trying to feed. You trying to do all these different things. You made one phone call, and you're telling me that you want this badder than anything bad. You can taste it so bad. You want it more than you can breathe. All this other stuff that you heard on social media. But yet, when you had the opportunity to show up, you made one fucking phone call.
Yeah. We're gonna close with this. I'm not saying you should have the competitiveness as like a Michael, Kobe, Tom Brady, where you're just going over OD with it, right? But you do have to realize that you are in competition with others. Now, ask yourself this question whenever you are overly competitive in a field, to figure out if it is really worth a damn. If I win, is it going to get me closer to where I need to be? If the answer is no, then it doesn't really matter. If you win your game of Fortnite, congratulations, I'm proud of you. But does that win take you to, getting a promotion on your job? Does that win take you to getting first place at, a 400-meter dash? Just be mindful of that. And also, I would pull off the sticky note I have. I have sticky notes up here. But I took it off today because I had to replace it with actual adult shit now. I have movers that I have scheduled. I have all the stuff that I have to get done. But one of them was, I will make sure no one on the No Excuse Crew will ever touch my resume. So every time I sat down in this chair, I would look up. Every time I'm editing this podcast, I'll look up. Every time I'm eating my meals here, I look up and I'm just like, not a damn person on this team is going to touch me. Talking to Isaac, I think it was earlier this year, where he was like, hey man, what do you think about, this title? And I was like, listen, bro, I'm here to win championships. I want to bring as many championships as humanly possible to this team. That's all. The rest, this is extra. This is like the only thing I'm focused on is championships. Content, cool. Coaching, cool. Championships is the only thing that matters in my heart. See if you can apply that to somewhere else in your life. To stuff that you actually care about. As a mother, father, leader, son, daughter, to walk in whatever arena that you're in and say, I own this. And truly embody owning it. It's cool to say, yeah, I own this. I'm the big boss. I'm
the pappy boss.
2 weeks later, dog, we can see it, bro. You get exposed quick. If you need to set a reminder every 30 minutes, set an alarm. Hey, focus on where you're going. And also, like Isaac said, your spot is not solidified in anywhere. Anywhere. Don't just be happy to be there. Have people happy that you are there.
Write that down.
Put that shit on a t-shirt. So, Isaac, you got anything else to close it out for these listeners?
Nah, but we spit some more hot fire for you. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week. The double peak week edition.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say that should be interesting. A lot of brain farts and a lot of great another great episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and we got a lot of shit coming for y'all. That's that. I'll leave it at that.
We chasing greatness over here. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you guys next week. Later.
Peace.